Home Appliance Center. Hometown Restyling. I'm on Communications. And Walton Collision Center. This is a presentation of KCRG TV9 Live Events. Join KCRG TV9 in recognizing the hard work all of our graduates have accomplished this year. Congratulations, graduates.
It is my distinct honor to welcome you to our commencement ceremony. Hello, I'm Dr. Tawana Lannon, Superintendent of Schools. Today is a day of immense pride for the Cedar Rapids Community School District as we gather to celebrate the remarkable class of 2026. We are so incredibly proud of you. Whether these students are heading to college, the workforce, or the military, you are leaving us today equipped for new and exciting adventures in lifelong learning. So to the graduates of City View, Jefferson, Kennedy, Metro, and Washington High Schools, we say congratulations.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, parents, siblings, grandparents, guests, friends, teachers, staff, district administrators, and of course, students, to the 59th John F. Kennedy High School commencement. At this time, please stand and join me in welcoming in the class of 2026. Please remain standing. To begin the ceremony, I would like to introduce Ireland Ballard, Senior Government Officer, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good evening, and thank you all for being here with us tonight. Please stand and join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the
You may be seated. I would like to introduce Addison Kellogg, Student Government President, who will give the welcoming address.
Good evening, parents, administration, and most importantly, graduates. My name is Addison Kellogg, and I am honored to welcome you to the 2026 Kennedy Commencement Ceremony. When I was younger, high school sounded like a dream. I always looked up to the older kids, wishing I were grown up like them. In my mind, nothing sounded better. Now that I'm at the end of my high school career, I wish so badly I could go back to a simpler time. We were once little kids looking up to this life. There was always this incredible expectation of what the future might hold. Now we live the real thing, where sometimes life isn't the most glamorous. Temporary friendships, keeping up with multiple different classes while juggling sports, extracurricular activities, or jobs is normal. This is high school, the good and the bad. And I think most of us have taken this stage in our lives for granted. I know I did. Everyone tells you these 4 years will go by in a blink of an eye, but you don't realize just how fast it goes until you're walking across the stage, feeling like a freshman walking through the school doors for the first time. Small moments that we thought nothing of at the time made up the person we became and the journey we had. Just one small interaction with a new person, that meaningful conversation with the person you looked up to, the event you went to, even though you knew no one, and even the last-minute stressful moments cramming for that one class. Each day made up the outcome for our high school experience. Though sometimes it was challenging and we didn't have it all figured out, or still don't, we were in it together, whether we liked it or not. After this day, we're going to walk out those doors and high school will be a memory. Before we all go our separate ways, take a second to appreciate the people around you and the people who helped you get here today. Take a moment to be grateful for what we had. High school didn't have to be the most memorable or fulfilling time of our lives. We often have an unspoken expectation of what it should be. We started high school believing it was supposed to be the best time of our lives, but I believe the best moments are still ahead of us. The truth is, there is so much more to this life that we haven't even had the chance to experience yet. How lucky are we? Let's learn from this time and recognize that we don't have to worry about what the future holds. Whatever is to come is meant just for you. The next step is ours. We get to navigate what's best for us, and we get to figure out where we will go and who we will be. With this, I want us all to go into our future with no expectations. Take each moment as it comes. Be grateful for what we have. As we look ahead, I invite you all to embrace the uncertainty with curiosity rather than expectation. We can stop chasing what we want the next moment to be and start living in what is now. What's next is a new story waiting to happen. Make it yours and only yours. Class of 2026, I am proud of us and I am thankful that we got to share this time. You achieved something extraordinary. Keep going. Congratulations and good luck to you all.
Good evening. My name is Malik Soger.
And I am Paisley Knight. We are senior class officers and are honored to speak about the music programs here at Kennedy High School. As we have seen and heard tonight, Kennedy High School is blessed to have a great fine arts program.
The Kennedy Brand program had a fantastic year full of marching band, jazz bands, and concert bands. Thank you to all of the seniors who spent countless hours in rehearsals and practice, making all of the bands successful. May your next steps in life be a true 8 to 5, and that you always remember to trust the process.
The Kennedy choirs are wrapping up another excellent year with 2 all-state chorus members and 11 excellent and outstanding performance ratings at state solo/ensemble contests. In addition, Happiness Incorporated were grand champions at 2 competitions, receiving awards for Best Vocals, Best Choreography, Best Soloist, and Best Band.
The Kennedy Orchestra had a terrific year, sending a violinist to All-State and more than 40 students to several honor orchestras throughout the year. The orchestras had a wonderful concert season and capped off the year with the ever-popular symphonic rock concert. Congratulations to each of our 14 seniors, and may your work ethic, charisma, and care for those around you guide you on your next steps. Please join me in applauding all of our fine arts programs.
Now, the band, orchestra, and choir will combine to perform Baba Yedu by Christopher Tin. Then, the Kennedy Choral and Concert Choir will perform Can We Sing the Darkness to Light, an arrangement by Kyle Peterson. everyone please rise for the Kennedy Alma Mater?
I want to pause the proceedings for just a moment. Choir, stay there, please. Ladies and gentlemen, for the last 30 years, Mr. Storm Ziegler has been producing beautiful music, creating talented musicians, and making Kennedy a better school. Tonight, you have witnessed his last time conducting as vocal music director at Kennedy High School. Would you please join me in thanking him for the unmatched contribution he has made to our school community? Though we are very sad to see him go, we are equally excited that he will be sharing his talents with the entire school district next year as he leads the entire district in efforts in the performing and visual arts. Once again, Storm Ziegler.
You may be seated. At this time, the Kennedy Wind Symphony will perform Come Sunday by Omar Thomas. Those who were at the May Band concert got to hear this incredible rendition, and we wanted to share it with all of you tonight.
it is our pleasure to introduce you to our senior class president, Allison Pierce.
Good evening, family, friends, teachers, staff members, administrators, and of course, the outstanding class of 2026. My name is Allison Pierce, your senior class president, and I am so honored to be speaking here with all of you tonight. Through nearly 18 years of listening to speeches and presentations that give me advice that I would or would not take, today, I'd like to do something more than just a life lesson or motto. I won't pretend that I'm all-knowing and wise, and I can't say that my message here today has a clear takeaway or path, but neither do we. For some of you, this path through high school might have been a breeze, but for many of you, it might have been as bumpy as driving down 42nd Street, or maybe even worse. Each one of us has a different story, and I wanted to give you all the chance to share the burdens and benchmarks, the regrets and recollections. So I did what I've done all year. I asked you all to take a Google survey. In this survey, I asked everyone what they hated most about their time here at Kennedy. Don't worry, I asked about their favorites too. As the list was generating and the responses were piling up, there was a classic movie format that I kept thinking about while writing this. So here it is. Here's the 10 things that we hated about Kennedy High School. We hated the early mornings and the days full of classes. We hated the big dumb phone policy and how slowly the time passes. We hated the slow walkers that made the hallways so crammed. We hated the after-school South Lot traffic jams. We hated the amount of times we cried over pre-calc and chemistry. We hated the after-school activities that wore us out but gave us priceless memories. We hated the high school drama and how it was always so stressful. We hate the way we'd miss the staff that made our time here so special. We hated when senioritis hit and how every day felt like a haul, but mostly, we hate that we didn't hate our time here. Not even close, not even at all. And just like the movie, every single one of you who took the survey mentioned how you will never forget the irreplaceable connections that you've made here. We thank the amazing staff, the after-school activities, the Friday night lights, the inside jokes, the awesome pep assemblies, and more. But mostly, thank you, class of 2026, for finding positivity and pushing through even the things that you hated. We've heard it time and time again, at our assemblies, from our teachers, from Mr. Klein. We are a really remarkable class. We've all paved our own paths to get here. We've all overcame something that we've hated, and we've made it here today, one way or another, and I am proud. So tonight, as we walk across this stage, get our diplomas, and move out into the real world, remember to cherish your high school memories, the 10 things you hated, and the many more that you loved. This is not just a message from me, but from us all. Congratulations, you've earned it.
Hello, my name is Annabelle Ovell, and I'm a senior class officer. It is often traditional at presidential inaugurations, at celebrations for arts and literary accomplishments, and at signature events to select a poet laureate. The poet is commissioned to create and deliver a poem for the event. Kennedy High School has a similar tradition of selecting a poet laureate for our commencement ceremony. Please join me in welcoming Charity Odor, our Poet Laureate, presenting her poem From Roots to Future for the 59th Annual Kennedy Commencement. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Charity Odor, and today I'll be reading you my poem, From Roots to Future. Golden sun over the savannah, echoes of home in every step I take. From Kenyan soil to Kennedy halls I've grown, my roots speak Swahili, my future is still becoming. A blend of languages reaches my heart as every student matches their own beat of a drum. Between many walls we stand, not divided, but woven whole. Some cross oceans, some cross silent battles, different paths, same stage. We are stories, different, unfinished, rising, standing side by side. We carry more than a diploma. Between different walls we rise, and in Kennedy halls we learn to rise. We rise from where we started. We rise from what we overcame. We rise not alone, but together, and still keep on rising. The cup is more than a fabric, it is a bridge, not just for you and me, but for all of us, from where our roots grow to who we're still becoming. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Stella Bruna, and I am a student government officer. At this time, I would like to ask all the salutatorians to please stand and remain standing. To earn the distinction of salutatorian, a graduate must earn a collective grade point average of 4.0 to 4.164. With our system of weighted grades for advanced placement courses and the opportunity to earn plus or minus with a letter grade, it is possible to accumulate a grade point beyond a 4.0. It takes dedication to academics to do so. Congratulations to the 25 salutatorians of the Kennedy class of 2026. You may be seated. And now, please welcome Student Government Officer Emily Brandt.
Good evening. I have the honor of introducing the valedictorians for the class of 2026. Will our 74 valedictorians please stand and remain standing? It takes tremendous commitment to academics to earn the status of valedictorian. Each of these students has earned at least a 4.165 cumulative grade point average. A 1.165 is between the letter grade of A and A+. As was stated in the introduction of salutatorians, a score above a 4.0 is possible with weighted grades in the plus and minus system. These 74 seniors have reached an admirable goal in earning the distinction of valedictorian at Kennedy High School. Audience, please join me in congratulating our valedictorians. At this time, I would like to introduce Slater Buckheister, the member of our class with the highest grade point average, who will give the valedictory address.
Fellow graduates, I have to be honest. If I'd known that being valedictorian meant writing and delivering a speech in front of almost everyone that I've ever known, I probably would have gotten one more B. But there's an important message in what I just said there. It's worth knowing what you're working towards because you might actually get it. For most of high school, we didn't really have to think about that much. The structure was already there, you knew what was expected and what to aim for, and if you did the work, things tended to fall into place. But eventually that changes. At some point in your life, there is no syllabus. Up to now, working hard was usually enough to get you where you wanted to go. But when there's no clear target for you, working hard in the wrong direction means that you end up somewhere that you never actually wanted to be. That's when you have to decide what you actually want and how much it matters to you. That's a hard thing to answer, probably harder than any test that you've taken here at Kennedy. It's hard because there's no answer key, and there's no guarantee that that answer stays the same for you over time. I know I don't have a perfect answer to this, but what I do know is that if you can actually get what you're working toward, then it doesn't matter how hard you work, but how carefully you choose your goals. Not every path is equal. In the end, reaching something doesn't mean much if it was never the right goal to begin with. The finish line means a lot more when you choose the race. Honestly, that's a little inconvenient because no one's choosing the path for you anymore, so you can't blame anyone for where it leads you. What comes next is up to you. But one day you'll look back, and whether it all meant something to you will depend on whether it was on what you decided was worth pursuing in the first place. Or just don't overthink it. That's kind of how you end up having to give a speech at graduation. Before we leave, we need to recognize the people who pointed us in the right direction thus far. Thank you, teachers, parents, and everyone who guided us for caring about getting us here. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2026.
My name is Helen Mackey, and I am a senior class officer. I would like to ask you to join me in a moment of remembrance. Many in our community have experienced loss, the loss of those around us, friends, family, and relatives, have left a memorable mark on our 4 years at Kennedy. At this time, please join me in a moment of silence to honor those who have passed and could not be here with us today. Thank you. I would now like to introduce Senior Class Officer Braden Blocker.
Thank you, Helen. This evening, I'm here to recognize the staff members who are retiring this year. First, I'd like to introduce Catherine Kastick. Catherine Kastick has been a paraprofessional with the Cedar Rapids Community School District for over 12 years. She began at Kennedy, spent 4 years at Harding, and then we welcomed her back at Kennedy. Although she will miss all the people she has met and worked with, Mrs. Kastick is looking forward to spending more time with her 2 granddaughters, taking care of her mother, visiting her own children, and doing a lot of traveling, including a train trip to San Francisco. Next, I'd like to introduce Sharon Wilcox. Sharon Wilcox has been at Kennedy High School for over 35 years in the special education department working as a paraprofessional. She has had many memorable experiences, including waiting outside a restroom for her student, only to learn later that a bank robber was hiding inside. I'm sure that happened before we had a locked campus. Ms. Wilcox is planning to enjoy having the opportunity to help watch her great-grandson, doing some volunteer work and not having to live by the school calendar. Please join us one more time in recognizing our retirees. Thank you, ladies, for all you have done for our school and our students. Now, I would like to welcome student government officers Julia Bruns and Kayla Langerman to the podium.
We have the honor of introducing the Cedar Rapids Community School District's Board of Education and members of the Executive Council who are with us this evening. Our school board members generously dedicate their time and energy as volunteers, guiding our district through a wide range of important issues. We are deeply grateful for their unwavering commitment and investment in the success of our students and our schools. Please join me in thanking our board members, Director Ashley Burns, Director Scott Drzymski, and Director Cindy Garlock, who have joined us this evening. Just like the Board of Education, the district's central administrative team works tirelessly to uphold the excellence of our schools, always putting students first. I'd like to begin by introducing Mark Timmerman. Mr. Timmerman is Chief of Schools for Area 3, which includes Kennedy High School. He works with parents, principals, and staff, overseeing school operations for the Area 3 schools. His career in education spans more than 3 decades, including 18 years as an elementary principal, 12 years as a classroom teacher, and past leadership as Director of Staff Services.
Next, we have Jillian Schulte, Chief Organizational Officer and Board Secretary. Ms. Schulte provides leadership and support to the Superintendent and Board of Education, helping ensure district goals and strategic priorities are carried out effectively to best serve students, staff, and families. Her role helps keep the school district organized, aligned, and focused on student success through strong planning, communication, and execution. And lastly, I am pleased to introduce Cedar Rapids Community School District's Superintendent, Dr. Tawana Lannon. Dr. Lannon champions improving early literacy, growing college and career pathway options, and developing in-district school choice options to ensure all students reach their highest potential. We are honored to have you here. Dr. Lannon, I would like to welcome you to say a few words to our graduating class.
Could we just give a big round of applause to our students tonight, to our performers? Weren't they outstanding? As well as our presenters up here tonight. We are so very proud of you, and they are so kind, too, to each other. I just enjoyed watching you give each other hugs and just celebrate each other. What a great evening to be here at Kennedy High School. I want to take the opportunity also, students, if you would help me acknowledge, before we start the remarks for you, we want to take a moment just to thank the parents, the guardians, the grandparents, the educators, the mentors, the community members, donors, sponsors, aunties and uncles, and all the supporters that help you on your journey. Would you give them a big round of applause tonight? I just want to step back for a moment to this spring when the students here at Kennedy High School, where you transformed the stage into the land of Oz. And while we all enjoyed the journey down the yellow brick road, I believe that there is one character who resonates deeply with the story of this graduating class, the Cowardly Lion. Just stay with me. In the story, the lion travels miles searching for courage, believing it is something he lacks. But as he faces the dark forest, the flying monkeys, and the wicked witch, we realize that he had courage all along. He simply needed the right circumstances to reveal it. Class of 2026, I believe the same is true for you. Your courage has been revealed. Your gifts have been revealed. Your intelligence, your leadership, your resilience, and your talent have all been revealed. Yours is a story defined by a moving courageously forward. The majority of you were born in 2008, the year of the historic Cedar Rapids floods. Then also during the pandemic and the devastating derecho that forever changed our city. You began your secondary years in a community covered in debris and blue tarps, while also learning how to navigate classrooms, friendship, and life through screens and masks. But like the cowardly lion, there were likely moments when you felt uncertain, overwhelmed, or afraid. But as the wizard reminds the lion, true courage is facing danger even when you are afraid. And while we admire the lion, you must remember who you truly are. You are Kennedy Cougars. You did not just survive these moments, you thrived through them. You prove that courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is choosing to keep moving forward even when the sky turns gray. And while you cannot control the wind or the water, you can absolutely control the direction of your sails. This year alone, you move courageously forward. We watched the Happiness Incorporated Show Choir sweep the grand championship across the stage. From the state champion Winter Color Guard record-breaking swims in the pool to the legendary Spirit Stick competitions, you brought energy, pride, and joy into the halls of Kennedy High Schools. And we must acknowledge that this graduating class of Kennedy High School holds the highest GPAs in Kennedy's entire history. This graduating class has revived the advanced placement participation to the pre-pandemic levels and shattered records for Kirkwood College credits earned, with 754 credits completed this semester alone, saving families more than $163 in college expenses. And even before crossing this stage tonight, Malik Sagar and Audrey Ingramham, they earned their associate's degree from Kirkwood Community College. From Divya Ramdagu's global contributions through the World Food Prize to Jackson Gosling's appointment to the Naval Academy, your influence is already extending far beyond Cedar Rapids. Yes, let's give a round of applause to Jackson. That's a huge accomplishment to be able to go to the Naval Academy. As part of your student government leadership efforts, 60% of this graduating class has already registered to vote, the highest percentage in Kennedy's history. And perhaps yes, they are impressive, they are. You have built a culture rooted in excellence, and we saw it in that spirit in full display during The Wizard of Oz. What made that production so remarkable was not just the talent on the stage. At times, it felt nothing short of a Broadway performance, but even more powerful than the production itself, it was the sense of community it created across Cedar Rapids. Elementary students, middle school students, families, and future Cougars, they all joined together. Kennedy opened its doors wide, and it invited others in. In many ways, the yellow brick road became a symbol of leadership. And that's why we know that this class is prepared, because even when we take a look at your leadership, I watched Principal Klein and this Kennedy community lead with courage, vision, and heart during a time when our school district and our community have been navigating important conversations. We are grateful for the leadership that happens here at Kennedy High School. That kind of leadership, it matters. Your success, class of 2026, it is real, and it is becoming contagious across our community. And there is something about the roar in Kennedy and we are proud of that roar. Not a roar of arrogance, but a roar of purpose. So tonight, we want you to know that a roar that says, we know who you are, we know what we value, and you are ready to make a difference in this world. And what is in your minds, and what is in your hearts, and what is in your DNA can never be silenced. So to you, the class of 2026, there is nothing left to be said. Go and let the world feel your roar. Congratulations, class of 2026.
As they're walking back to their seats, I'd like to ask you to give one more hearty round of applause to all of our speakers tonight. They have done a remarkable job speaking in front of thousands of people here. And you know, this is my 13th Kennedy commencement speech, and for the very first time, I am really nervous. Because for the first time in 13 years, my family is actually here watching me. My wife, my kids, my brother, my parents, even my mother-in-law. It's a lot of pressure. Of course, it is my great honor to give this speech, and even greater honor to be the principal of this school, the greatest school in Iowa, maybe even the country. But I have to say, everything that I have accomplished professionally in my time pales in comparison to what so many students in this class have already accomplished. As Dr. Landon pointed out, you are truly a remarkable group with the highest GPA ever in school history and the highest average GPA that we know of as far back as we can see. You have taken Kennedy class of 2026 and yourselves to new heights, and for that you do deserve a round of applause. But let's not confuse those new heights and accomplishments with a finish line. You are not done. More importantly, you are not yet the fulfillment of who you are meant to be. Maybe you have heard the old adage, don't peak in high school. For all the praise we heap on you today, this is but the beginning, the commencement, if you will, of the person that you will become. Do not conflate accolades and professional achievements with who you are as a person. How you treat others, how you take care of others, will prove a far greater measure of you than any accomplishment. I think about a friend of many of us in this arena lost to cancer this year, Molly Kempf. Some of you may have known Molly. Many of you saw her in action at Kennedy events as she and her husband Ed and her children Dan and Sarah, all of whom are here tonight taking your pictures, took your pictures and your siblings' pictures at events throughout the decades. Molly was a gifted photographer and a very successful business person. When I attended her visitation and funeral a few months back, I discovered the impact that she had through a very clear visual. The line to get into the service wrapped around the church. I arrived an hour ahead of time and didn't get to offer my condolences because the wait was too long and the funeral was about to start. Why did so many people come out to celebrate Molly? It wasn't because of her business success, and it wasn't because she took great pictures. It was because she treated everyone who came in contact with her like they were her close friend. She was genuine. She was compassionate. She listened to people. She learned about them. She treated people with kindness always, even when they didn't deserve it. And so when it came time to say goodbye to her, a lot of people were there to show how much she meant to them. As Maya Angelou put it, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you have done, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Your legacy will be influenced by many things, but nothing will compare to how you treat others. Do you lift them up? Do you make them feel loved and cared for? Even for those who do not reciprocate, do you show everyone dignity? The beautiful reality is that your story is just being written now. This commencement gives you a chance to establish yourself to others in an authentic way. In the words of 80s philosopher Ferris Bueller, life moves pretty fast. If you think the last 4 years flew by, wait till you experience the next 40. Enjoy your metabolism. Those college dining halls are about to wreck y'all. Gentlemen, enjoy your hair. Some of you might just look like me someday. And wait till you have that first kid. You have no idea how fast life moves until you're chasing a toddler. And that chase feels perpetual to preschool, to kindergarten, to sporting events, to music rehearsals and theater productions, to tonight. My friends, you may wonder why over the last year your parents have been acting even weirder than normal. The reality is that the meaning and symbolism of this night might impact them more than it even does you. Now, I've given 12 of these speeches here at Kennedy, and I have spoken to thousands of parents in that time. And I thought I knew what they were going through. But it is only this year, as I join you as a parent of a senior myself, that the truth of this night has become apparent. For all the emotions I have felt, the pride, the joy, the angst, the stress, there was one that I did not expect: fear. And not fear for my child, who will leave my home and go out into the world to be her own person, not even fear for the future AI-slopped world that she'll walk into. It's fear of what's next for me. It hit me while I was driving home a few months ago, listening to my awesome, easy listening Spotify playlist. Fleetwood Mac's Landslide came on. The whole song is a lament about life and how you handle getting older. Stevie Nicks contemplates the landslide of emotions that she felt as she transitioned from a youth to an adult. But in particular, given the feelings that I had been experiencing this whole school year, it was the refrain that really burned a hole in my heart. It goes, "Well, I've been afraid of changing because I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too." To think about it from your parents' eyes, this evening symbolizes something very unique: the end of their time as your direct caretaker. For the last 18 years, their agenda has been you, your soccer matches, your dentist appointments, your play dates. They gave up their youth, their routines, their previous priorities to build lives around you. They sat on the floor and held out their hands as you stumbled and bumbled your first steps into their open arms, learning a new freedom. Today they sit in the stands apart from you, watching you take those confident strides across this stage, a metaphor for your next freedom, your new routine, your new life. And in the process, we, myself included, have to let go of that life that we have built, and it's pretty darn scary. Stevie Nicks continues, "I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills till the landslide brought me down." That landslide of emotion, it really hits. In so many ways, the feelings are wonderful, but there is sadness and there is fear. Your parents need your hug. They need your "I love you." Don't ever stop telling them that, but especially tonight, don't hold it back. In fact, let me show you how to do it. Mom, Dad, thank you for building your life around me. I love you. See? It's not that hard. Someday, you too might get to know exactly what it is to be in their shoes, watching 18 years of your life culminate into another adult, knowing you did your best, even when you also know you could have done better. Whatever is next for us parents, we'll deal with it. I wouldn't trade the last 18 years of my life for anything. And someday, you might know these feelings, the impact, the joy, feelings that you may have even rolled your eyes at, even possibly tonight. You will know the true mark of your life will never be the things you accomplished, nor the things you have even said, but indeed, the true measure and impact will be how you made others feel. And it will start with those closest, with your parents, your spouse, your children. And if you strive to be like Molly, you will find ways to bring joy to everyone and create a lasting legacy. And someday, you might just be in those stands, or, if you're really fortunate, up here giving this speech. Just be ready for when that landslide brings you down. I love you, and I wish you the very best, class of 2026. At this time, I'd like to welcome Mr. Andy Jacobson to the stage to read the names of the diplomas. Ladies and gentlemen, please practice courtesy and respect for all of our graduates. Every parent and guest here is entitled to hear their child's name, so we ask, no, we request, no, we demand that we remain without noise making during the reading of the names so that every student may be acknowledged. Dr. Lannon, members of the school board, the following students have met or exceeded the requirements for a Cedar Rapids Community School District diploma through their study at John F. Kennedy High School or the Cedar Rapids Homeschool Assistance Program.
Isabella Ackerman. Victoria Ackerman. Lainey Adams. Kami Ahaji. Situ Ahatefu. Cora Ailes. Austin Alcorn. Dureti Ali. Haider Ali. Lauren Alt. Layla Alvarado. Angela Arnsdorf. Aaron Arnold. Mason Atwood. Gabino Ayala Perez. Avon Azinger. Anna Marie V. Buckham. Samantha Bakken. Lily Bader. Hector Balderas Rodriguez. Ireland Ballard. Hannah Barrow. Kinnick Bartling. Cole Bothman. Christine Bajutis. Audrey Beatty. Lene Becker. John Bednar. Braylon Bell. Presley Benedict. Robert Bernards. Ella Berry. Caden Bedzer. Ashpin Bendari. Nikita Bugel. Jonathan Beaver. Grady Beaven. Keely Black. Cecilia Blaylock. V. Blattner. Braden Blocker. Emerson Blocker. Grace Bloomquist. Samuel Bloomquist. Austin Blue. Devin Bemke. Benjamin W. Borcherding. River Borgerding. Avery Bowden. Lane Bowers. Theory Boyd. Emily Brandt. Damirashan Britt. Stella Bruna. Brooke Bruns. Julia Bruns. Slater Buckheister. Blake Bunting. Karma Burke. Augustus Bush. Malia Byrie. Aiden Michael Bees. Elena Canny. Adrian Chafee. Elena Chesmore. Ryan Chittenden. Tegan Chrisman. Zanton Crystal. Lauren Sela. Cole Sierra Devon. Kylie Clark. Stephanie Clark. Sophie Colbert. Piper Cody. Mackenzie Cone. Jaden Contreras. Lo Cook. Shantea Cooks. Ariana Correa. Connor Carrizzo. Madison Creighton. Ellie Michelle Crilly. Hadley Christ. Kara May Kroc. Corvad Daniels. Isaac Davis. Nick Deeds. Lauren Dieters. Isabella Deverex. Madden Dowell. Brady Dill. Ty Donalds. Ella Donahue. Jason Dorville. Dawson Doherty. Ryan J. Dunham. Oliver Dussault. Kate Dyer. Logan Dye. Caden Easton. Abigail Eaton. Roger Ibambe. Evan Eicher. Elise Cynthia Eilers. Callum Elwood. Serena Emerson. AJ Erickson. Saul Irvin. Addison Everett. Abby Fawn. Haley Faust. Ada Fight. Mariah Fensel. Isabella Fernandez. Amory Finn. Camden Fowler. Hunter Freeze. Atreyu Frost. Elizabeth Femler. Ricardo Fuentes. Andrew Tanner Gallagher. Christian Garcia. Nicholas Garcia. Dylan Gardner. Annie Garcini. Ramsey Gator. Carly Ann Giddings. Molly Giesman. Brooklyn Gilchrist. Kaylinda Gilmore. Madeline Gable. Evan Guttakin. Nathaniel Goff. Olivia Gonzalez. Allison Goodall. Logan Gordon. Jackson Goslin. Jatera Godot. Kaya Grace Grayland. Emma Grantham. Adam Gray. Parker Gray. Bibash Garung. Shaheen Garung. Aya Habhab. Olivia Hallam. Annika Hallam. Dane Halter. Tristan Ham. Joseph Hance. David Hansel. Zoe Hansel. Nicholas Hunter Hansen. Hadassah Hansen. Aaron Harger. Shivani Harper. Mackenzie Hari. Kyle Hout. Jonathan Hawks. Nick Hayes. Gabrielle Herdliska. Elisar Hertz. Sophia Hines. Kylie Hoffman. Morgan Hospodowski. Sienna Howard. Lucas Hubbard. Talia Hutchison. Audrey Ingraham. Thomas Uradakunda. Paris Damaya Jackson. Carter Jacobs. Sophie Johansson. Landon Allen Johnson. Amiris Jones. Preston Jones. Gabrielle Jurgensen. Isaiah Joyce. Maria Kaiser. Samuel Shuli Kasha. Meredith Comp. Dallas Keller. Addison Marie Kellogg. Evan Kelly. Ava Kearns. Michael Kibaba. Amani Kistner Flores. Will Klein. Colton Klein. Peyton Klein. Paisley Knight. Nicholas Henry Knipfer. Lily Knutson. Leo Hendrick Keister. Brady C. Kress. Deacon Kuchera. Layla Lahip. Javon Lamb. Brody Lamus. Johnny Lane. Kayla Langerman. Gabe Langton. Jack Larson. Grace Kathleen Larson. Holly Larson. Harrison Lahislador. Lila Lahislador. Annabelle Lester. Davion Lewis. Brianna Sophia Lindy. Claire Lone. Cruz Luder. Eden Lutz. Joseph Lutz. Xander Lytle McAtee. Alex Mackey. Helen May Mackey. Kendall Madden. Emerson Mahoney. Jacob Maccabee. Shemuel Malley. Braden H. Manso. Madison Monternock. Amelia Mardorf. Jack Martin. Levi Martin. Lennox N. Martinez. Christopher Martinick. Keegan Maston. Adalgisa Delmar Mata. Kai McAfee. Owen McLaughlin. Lincoln McMahon. Derek McNabb. Matthew Meador. Landon Mengler. Briggs Meyer. Braylon Meyer Wignall. Charlie Myers. Dean Mikulik. Jaden Miller. Kenneth Cade Miller. Kylie Miller. Rebecca Miller. Dynasty Mitchell. Micah C. Moore. Louise Morand. Bella Morgan. Alexandra Morris. Janaya Danielle J. Morris. Samuel Anthony Muscati. Rachel Mottinger. Troy Mauser. Erica Melinda. Nicole Marie Munier. Brody Murphy. Hayden Myers. Madeline Nauman. Camden Neff. Hunter Wynn. Jaden James Blue. Riley Mae O'Neill. Charity O'Dewar. Lincoln Altman. Ehab Osmanali. Cassidy Louise Osterkamp. Kaylee Ostroviak. Jet Ousley. Annabelle Oval. Logan Russell Owens. Caden Palmer. Max Panache. Toby Parsons. Lily Patterson. Grant Patrich. Gabriel Payne. Braden Peck. Noah Zachary Penn. Brooklyn Hope Perez. Carson Peterson. Mimi Pezo. Daniel Pham. Cayman James Phelps. Kobe Phelps. Cross Jackson Phelps. Ellison Joe Piers. Kiri Platt. Cam Maxine Plehall. Braylon Pohl. Jace Popenhagen. Slade Poramati. Justin Powell. Azure Powers. Demarion Pratt. Audrey Pruitt. Marissa Vale Ray. Divya Ramadugu. Luis Ramirez Blancas. Logan Ratcliffe. Serenity Ray. Jaden Redur. Jackson Reinhardt. Morgan Christella Richards. Andrew Ritchie. Ariana Reek. Tice Robertson. Javante Robinson. Angel Rodriguez. Laura Rodriguez. Karina Rodriguez Balderas. Emma Rude. Dalvin Ross. Kaitlin Ruggieri. Autumn Russo. Zoe Ryan. Maribel K. Sackfield. Brady T. Sandberg. Samuel Sanders Leischer. Riley Sheldecker. Riker Shekel. Eli Shepard. Larissa Sherwood. Caleb Ship. Hosea Sims. Keely Sines. Daisy Slater. Ethan Sloan. Aaliyah Smith. Kelsey Smith. Lewis Smith. Ryan Smith. Colton Smithhart. Sophia Bonetta Sneed. Asen Soberg. Malik Soger. Jacob Solberg. Jason E. Solis. Nathan Solis. Jamari Spear. Taylor Spurgeon. Anaya Stoppelmore. Jocelyn Stricker. Justin Strife. Rylan Sullivan. Easton Swanson. Savannah Talliot. Grace T. Bockhorst. Sanaya Amari Thomas. Aiden Thomason Olds. Zoye Tier. Evelyn Timmerman. Ava Chomlin. Cody Toom. Owen Traylor. Liliana Trevino. Anya Tripathi. Abigail Linnea Trundle. Abigail Tucker. Caleb Turner. Emmanuel Toyishima. Grace Catherine Alferts. Onyx Vanderhorn. Wyatt Vickerman. Bowden Vishek. Vincent Joe Vishek. Kellen Volden. Jackson Vishard. Emma Rose Wagner. Anthony Lamont Walker III. Peyton Walker. Bradley Walton. Orlandria Wash. Jalen Waters. Gabby Weber. Anya Winterstrom. Isabel Westerkamp. Roman Wheatley. Spencer Wheatley. Ethan White. Harley White. Gabrielle Sue Wild. Henry Wilkes. Jacoby Wilkins. Anaya Williams. Ava Williams. Julian Williams. Janessa Willis. Addison Wilson. Bryce Andrew Wilson. Caden Witter. Lillian Wolterman. William Woodring. Jaheim Wright. Gracie Yoslin. Gus Yeldon. Rita Yormi. Anthony Zecker. Christine Zinna. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present to you the John F. Kennedy class of 2026.
Live and Local is proudly sponsored by Home Appliance Center, Hometown Restyling, I'm on Communications, and Walton Collision Center.